Here's a sentence you don't hear very often in football. Real Madrid won, and nobody is happy about it. I mean, some people are happy, but the discourse today is absolutely chaotic.
Madre mia, it's like we can't even enjoy a win anymore. 2-1 at Balaidos, 3 points, back in the fight. And what are fans arguing about? Trent Alexander-Arnold. Tio, the man played.
And that's exactly the point. He played, and a big chunk of the fan base still isn't satisfied. The Marca piece after the match basically said, "Don't be angry at Trent, be angry at whoever signed Trent." That headline is doing numbers online today.
Okay, I've seen that headline, and I think it's a bit unfair. Honestly, Trent started, he was part of a team that won away from home with, 6 or 7 first-team regulars missing? Give the man a break.
But that's what fans are genuinely split on, Rafa. One camp says, he's been here months, this injury crisis is the perfect opportunity to finally step up and he still looks lost. The other camp says, he's playing out of position, half the team are teenagers, cut him some slack. And right now, the first camp is louder.
You know what's funny? A few weeks ago, we were all saying Thiago Pitarch was the story. An 18-year-old starting for Real Madrid, incredible. And now, Pitarch started again at Celta, and barely anyone is talking about him because everyone is too busy dunking on Trent.
Which tells you everything about where the fanbase's frustration is actually aimed. Pitarch gets grace because he's a kid from La Fabrica. Trent gets scrutiny because he cost a lot of goodwill, even if his transfer fee was technically zero. The expectations are completely different.
Vamos. Let's talk about the goal that actually won this game, though, because Tchouaméni scoring from a corner, a set piece that Marca is literally calling Arbeloa's laboratory corner, is one of the most unexpected sentences of the entire season.
And fans are genuinely torn on how to feel about that, because on one hand, it worked. Tchouaméni pops up, 3 points. On the other hand, when your best attacking play is a rehearsed corner routine, that tells you something about the state of your offense without Mbappé and Bellingham.
But Tio, credit where it's due. Arbeloa drew up a corner play that beat Celta. That is coaching, and people were ready to run him out of the Bernabeu 3 days ago. I know because I was one of them, I'll admit it.
You absolutely were. I have receipts. But here's the thing. The Marca opinion column from Alfredo Relaño is titled something like Arbeloa opened the parachute, which is a very evocative image, like the plane was already in free fall, and he just barely pulled the cord.
That's actually a beautiful description. After the Getafe loss, after the Osasuna loss, after the Florentino dimisión chance, which we talked about last week, to go to Balaidos with this squad and win. Que barbaridad, that takes something.
It does. And I think the honest fan reaction is complicated. It's relief mixed with anxiety. Relief because the title race isn't mathematically over. Anxiety because Manchester City is in 5 days, and the squad looks nothing like what you'd want going into a Champions League final stage match.
Which brings us to the big one, the elephant in the room. Man City, Hala Madrid. Just saying those words together right now makes my stomach do something unpleasant.
Look at that opponent squad though. Rafa, Haaland, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Rodri is back. They've got Doku, Marmoush, Gvardiol. This is a proper City side. And we are going into this with Mbappe's return still listed as unknown.
Unknown. His return date is unknown. Remember a few days ago we were discussing the Roberto Gomez report that Mbappé might be back for City? Now we're saying unknown? What happened between Thursday and today?
That's the thing. Nobody really knows, and that uncertainty is driving fans absolutely mad. Because City is winnable. City at this stage of the Champions League, Madrid have been here before and come through, but not without your best player.
And look, Bellingham is out until mid-April, Rodrigo is out until December, Militao and Alaba are only just coming back around mid-March. The spine of this team is basically the injury report right now.
But here's the contrarian take that some fans are actually making, and I think it's worth engaging with seriously. This squad went to Celta with Asensio and Mendy at the back, Pitarch in midfield, Brahim and Güler creating, and won. Maybe the base level is higher than we thought.
Mendy, can we talk about Mendy for a second? Arbeloa himself said after the match that Mendy's return was key, and I think that's one piece of good news that got buried under all the Trent discourse. Ferland Mendy back on that left side changes things.
It genuinely does. And Vinicius down that left channel with Mendy overlapping behind him is a combination that has hurt teams before. That's the one genuinely positive tactical piece going into City.
Venga, so let's play this out. Courtois in goal. Massive for a game like this. Asensio and Rudiger at centre-back, which is not what you'd draw up, but it's what we've got. Vinny on the left, and then what? Who is the 9 against City?
That is the question, isn't it? Gonzalo Garcia has been carrying that number, and look, we've talked about the fan love for him. It's real. But City's backline with Diaz, Stones, Gvardiol, that's a different conversation from Celta Vigo.
Although Gvardiol has had some very bad days against Real Madrid historically, just putting that out there. And Haaland, against this defense, Tio, that keeps me up at night more than anything.
Haaland with Foden and Bernardo Silva supplying him, and Rodri sitting in front of the defense pulling strings. If Madrid don't press them early and press them hard, it could get very ugly, very fast.
But here's what I keep coming back to. This club, this badge, how many times have we been here? How many times has everyone written us off and then something magical happens? That's not delusion, that's history, Maria.
It is history, but history also requires at least 11 fit players who know what they're doing. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying fans should temper the expectation and enjoy the ride. This is a bonus run. Anything Madrid get from here is a gift.
A gift I fully intend to unwrap. Hala Madrid, Tio. Look, 3 points at Celta, Mendy back, Arbeloa's parachute is open, and City is waiting. I cannot think of a better place to be on a Friday.
That's the most Rafa sentence ever uttered on this podcast. All right. We'll be back before Wednesday with everything you need for the City match. Until then, take care of yourselves. Hala Madrid.